Hello and welcome to Box, a Formula One podcast. I am Sergio Perez pitting Shannon Hayes.
I am Valtteri Bottas pitting Sam Cockcroft.
And I'm Max Verstappen pitting Merel.
Today we're going to be talking about the GP that we just watched in Portimao. Probably the most notable thing happening was everyone pitting right at the end to try to get fastest lap. That's what that opening was.
Wait, okay, I have a question though. Now that you've done your intro, do you guys say Sergio Perez?
I mean, I don't want to. I don't want to go Sergio Perez.
Okay, because it just feels weird to me. I don't know. Because I don't think of like Sergio as a like.
Hola, bienvenidos a Box. Un podcast de Formula One.
Yeah,
yo soy Sergio Perez.
That was so good.
It sounded very official.
Thank you. I'm channeling all the Spanish commentators.
Now, Sam, you need to do it in Finnish.
Yeah.
Valtteri Bottas. That's it. That's all I got. Just his name. I don't know any Finnish.
Yeah, so we just watched the Portimao GP. Very boring. What did you guys think?
The only things that were interesting or like anything that happened was Kimi out on like the first lap, which was sad. And then the race for fastest lap. That was literally it. And then the other thing was Mazepin's 5-second penalty.
Oh yeah, because thank God he got that, because he went from 1 minute behind Mick to a minute 5 behind Mick. Yeah, it helped a lot.
I saw this thing yesterday that was saying that if Mazepin had done maybe like I don't remember what it was. It was not a very long amount of time, but then he would have been farther from Mick than Mick would have been to pole position.
What?
Like it was like maybe a second. If Mazepin was a second slower in qualifying, then Mick would have been closer.
Oh my God. Jesus.
I don't know if it was a second, but it was a very small amount of time. But like Mick was significantly closer to
Why is he still here? Like, legit.
Every race, he does something so incredibly dumb and disrespectful that it doesn't make sense, and he's just so shitty.
So we should talk about what he did this race, which was that Sergio Perez was leading the race. He was lapping Mazepin
for a second time.
Yeah, he had a blue flag and it just turned into Perez anyway. Like what?
Not a blue flag.
Yeah, blue
five blue flag. Flags.
That was
I can't say blue flag.
that was his sixth blue flag, I think, right?
Yeah, he had plenty of warning.
It was literally like this was Perez lapping him for the second time, so it wasn't even like he was trying. Like, there's no point. Like, why?
Yeah. Also, he has rear view mirrors. He can see Perez like he knows he's there.
He has people in his ears telling him Perez is coming.
Yeah.
Flags waving at him, everything telling him that he shouldn't do this, and yet there he goes.
Yeah.
Like aside from Mazepin being a horrible person, he's just like such a genuinely horrible driver that like why is he here? Like, come on.
Like, yeah, I guess if he was a horrible person but a good driver, you'd be like, okay, I'm not happy about this, but at least I understand. This just makes no sense. But what I was going to say was when at the end of the race, when Hamilton was about to pass Checo, he like didn't realize that he was he thought he was in front. So he saw him and he's like, oh, I'm like trying to lap him. Why is he being so dumb? And that like they're like in his ear, like, no, you're actually racing him. Like he is first. He is in fact in front of you.
Oh my God. I didn't even know that happened. That's so funny.
Yeah.
It's like, no, surprisingly, Checo's a very good driver when he's in a good car. Believe it or not.
You're not lapping a Red Bull. However good you think you are, you're not that good, Lewis.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah, I feel like was a good race for Checo today.
Yeah.
It was.
I'm super impressed with his tire management.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Insane.
He went, was
like lap 56 or something, he was still on his like mediums.
Crazy.
Like how the fuck did he do
Yeah.
that?
It was wild.
I'm really impressed with him because I thought that like I was like, oh, he's gonna be in first, but that's gonna last what, like 2-3 laps until they pit him? No, it's like 15.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish we had gotten a podium. I think we all knew it wasn't going to happen just due to the tire strategy that they were doing at the moment, which was
Yeah.
not the best, but there wasn't really another way to play it.
The commentators were all like, they were like, if we could get a safety car, then this would be really great for him. And I was like,
Yeah,
that safety car.
Let's hope Mazepin do one good thing for the sport.
The whole race, I was like, Mazepin, it's your time to shine. Like, do a spin. Like, today's the day. Like, you need to spin today. And of course, of course he didn't.
He could, you know what? He will never be redeemed in my eyes, but he could contribute to a redemption arc for himself by just taking one for the team and pulling out a safety car to bring Perez the W today.
Do his one job, spin every race, make things a little bit more exciting.
Yeah. Couldn't even do that.
That's it. That's all we ask of you.
That's all you're there to do. You're not allowed to race. He's only allowed to DNF every race. But at a good point in the race.
But it can't just be like in the beginning every time.
Yeah.
Like you gotta...
Yeah.
He's gotta make it exciting.
Yeah.
Of course.
There was an incident this race very early on, end of the first lap.
Yeah.
Our boy Kimi and Giovinazzi. What was Kimi doing?
I don't know.
He's been in the sport for how long? What was he doing?
He literally just drove into Giovinazzi for from
really
the back.
did.
Well,
Yeah. Giovinazzi wasn't like moving around or anything crazy either. He just pulled up behind him and like rammed him from behind.
Well, like it was like a little kiss. It was like a little kiss, but like, and then I was like, oh, he'll be able to keep going because it didn't look that severe. But then he just kept going on the gravel and he just kept driving like off into the distance.
I think he just didn't want to race today.
Yeah.
This was intentional. He was just like, no, fuck this race. I don't want to do it. It's boring already. Who cares?
yeah, he knew it was gonna be boring, so he's like, I'm just gonna get myself out right in the beginning.
Yeah. I don't want to do 60 more laps of this. I'm good.
Yeah.
Too bad they weren't in Monaco. He couldn't go back on his yacht. He would have liked that.
Yeah.
I was gonna also say Giovinazzi actually surprised me. Like at the beginning, like I think his tire management was pretty bad, but at the beginning, like he really was up in the points and he was like holding his place. But then, I mean, we kind of saw the same with Sainz. Like they both had terrible tire management. Also, Sainz was on softs like for most of it, so. I don't know what Ferrari's tire strategy there was, but, like, they really fucked him over. Because, like, by the end, like, the last 5 laps or so, he just couldn't do anything.
I think Ferrari's general tire strategy has just been put them on soft so they get far in quali, and then we'll figure it out during the race what to do. It's like, it's not a good strat.
Yeah, it was terrible. Cause like when Alonso passed him, like I was like that just seemed too easy. Like Alonso passing, it was a good pass, but like it was just Sainz could not even like defend. And then Gasly passed him, and I was like, oh my god. I think Ocon also passed him.
I will say, the Alpines did surprisingly well today. You know, as much as everyone somehow did very poorly today, the Alpines did really well, and that's why they pushed everyone else down. Everyone did worse because of the Alpines.
Surprised.
Yeah.
I was expecting them to be like a bottom tier team for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
But I think we can at least expect them to be slightly competitive. I don't think they're on a level to be as like competitive with McLaren as they were last year. But at least slightly closer up there.
Especially now that Norris is in 3 in the driver's standing still. Like that's.
Is he still in after this race?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I checked but it might not have been updated. I guess when I did check,
he didn't do as well compared to his past performances. I feel like
that's true. But because Perez had a DNF, right? So has had a DNF. So I think it's still Norris Perez at the moment.
So obviously Lewis in the lead, unsurprisingly, 69 points.
Nice.
And then
69.
Because Max was second today, he is now 8 points behind Lewis, which is pretty significant, I would say.
Yeah.
And because he didn't get the fastest lap when Bottas snatched it up in the last second. Yeah, and then Lando is in fact in third with 37, and then Bottas, Leclerc. That was surprising. I thought it was going to be Checo, and then Checo.
Wow. Where has Leclerc been?
So Leclerc has 28 points.
Oh.
Checo only has 22.
Okay.
And then Ricardo, back there with 16
Yeah.
points.
I was going to say, we also need to talk about Ricardo because, I mean, today he had a terrible quali. Like, the fact that he didn't even get into Q2.
Oh my god.
And then today, like, kind of the same. Like, he came through.
He got
points.
up to 5th place at one point. He was fighting in there for a while and then just lost it again. And I think it came down to tire management.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
I think it was his tire strategy today, because he was doing well. Like, he could have stayed up there, I think, but...
Yeah. I think a lot of today came down to the tire strategy and, like, because he qualified so... Well, actually, no. He has no excuse, really.
No.
He should have had perfect tire strategy today because he got out Q3. Or not Q3, excuse me, Q1. Opposite.
No, that's what I was thinking, too, because, like, the fact that Lando still managed to pull a P5 today, right? I think?
Yeah.
Like, compared to... And he started from P8, so, like, that was also P8, P7. Like, either way, like, Lando had a really good drive today, I think, compared to, like, Ricardo. Like, you're expecting anyone that is in a McLaren that is P16 to at least get into, like, the points. Like, there's...
Yeah.
That whole midfield, like, a McLaren is obviously going to pass. So, like, that didn't really surprise me, but, like, the fact that he couldn't, like, he wasn't battling it out with his competition. He should have been, like, closer to Lando. I don't know. I just think he's not at his peak.
What's so interesting is that before the season, I would see, like, tons of polls of people comparing, like, teammates, and, like, specifically those who have not been on a team before, and everybody was saying, like, Ricardo's going to come into McLaren and he's going to do so much better than Lando. Like, that's what the general consensus was.
Oh,
no.
Yeah,
I don't think that's going to happen. Seems...
No.
Yeah, because I guess we keep getting further and further into the season and Ricardo is just not doing any better.
He's not performing.
Yeah.
Like, I want to give him, like, the benefit of time, but
yeah,
not seeing any changes.
Disappointing showing from him today. I was hoping the McLarens would do better today.
I almost predicted Lando on podium.
He was doing really well at the start of the race. I thought start of the race he was, like, gonna pull it out, possibly, but no.
Yeah, because he was at P3. He was in P3 at some point.
Oh, wait, one more thing about Ricardo's qualifying. Yeah. I heard the commentator say today that this was the first time since, I think they said Carlos Sainz when Carlos Sainz was at McLaren, that was the last time that they didn't make it past Q1.
Oh, wait, I saw that on, like, the Instagram, and then they were, like, because then I think they didn't make it past Q1, but then it ended up being a, like, P3 podium.
Yeah. That was his first podium, too, I think. So,
and then the commentator was like to Ricardo, says, is that what's happening today? Like, you didn't make it through to Q2, but, like, you're gonna land P3 anyway? Sad.
I mean, I wish, but...
Yeah. The other thing that I was gonna say was that I really was expecting George in the points. Starting P11.
Me too.
Starting P11, he was so close, and then all of a sudden he just had the shittest race ever. Like,
good.
So I'm gonna be honest, this was in the early stages of the race when I was in and out of sleep. What happened? Did he just, like, not have a good start, or was it after the start that he fell back?
I think it was just gradual.
Yeah.
He was just slowly losing places because
the
he
car
just
was
didn't know
just
the pace.
Yeah.
It wasn't fast.
I think it's easy. Yeah, it's easier to, like, pull the pace from the car during, like, qualifying for just, like, one lap, but, like, to keep that up the entire time is probably get so hard in that.
I think he was also having issues. I don't remember what, but I remember him, like, there being team radio about, like, something not being right.
God. Also, speaking of disappointing, Yuki,
Oh,
I think
yeah.
I overestimated
Me
him at the
too.
start of the season because he is not performing well. I was so hyped for the AlphaTauris this season. I was like, they look so fast. I remember being so cocky on the first race and being like, go AlphaTauri, they're going to be great. They've got Yuki and Pierre, they're going to be awesome. And now it's just, I am hopeless. I think.
I mean, I think, like, I don't know if I want to say that it's, like, completely their fault because the car has very clearly worse.
Yeah.
I feel like Gasly was doing so much better last season that I'm like, I'm disappointed in how he's been doing in the past couple of races.
Me too. Yeah, I don't know, dude. I also really thought Yuki was gonna be like in the points every race.
I know. This is like such a slap in the face.
I know.
Basically be like, don't get too cocky about these rookies. Don't get too hype.
Also, I don't know if you guys caught it because this was also kind of at the end of the race, but like when Nick and Nicholas Latifi were like battling it out for 17th place.
Did you guys see Latifi pass George at one point?
Yeah, I did.
No.
And
Wow.
Part of me was like, I was sad for George, but at the same time I was like, you show him, Nikki. You show him that you know how to drive.
Nicky has his license too, don't you know?
Exactly.
He said sorry as he was going by.
Sorry.
Sorry.
I'll let you buy again.
Yeah. Oh, come on through. Sorry about that. Oh my god. How did his compatriot Lance Stroll do? Where did he land? Not well. No one did well this race. Why am I asking?
I think he came like
Vettel finished.
Yeah.
Wait, Vettel finished ahead
I
of
know.
Stroll.
Yeah. Proud.
I didn't realize that. I was not paying attention to them.
Yeah.
No.
But
the commentators weren't either.
Terrible. They're all doing not good, except for like, of course, Mercedes and Red Bull, and like one McLaren.
Everyone was just so proud of Vettel for getting through to Q2. I saw so many memes about that. That shit was so
Q3.
funny. He got to Q3?
Yeah, didn't he? I thought he came P10. Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
P10.
you're right. Yes,
Yeah.
he did. Definitely. Q3. Good for Vettel.
Yeah, I
First
think-
time.
the only people that are having like a
He has 3 world
like, good
championships, and we're
season.
like, yes, Q3. No, wait. How many world championships? Does he have 3 world championships?
a
Or
4,
yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah, he has 4.
He has 4.
Sorry, Vettel.
Wow.
But we're just so proud of him for not having his car break down in the middle of quali.
I love how we're sitting here saying that the race went terribly for everyone, but like everybody's like you still placed. There's only 20
Yeah.
spots. Like everybody's still finished.
It's because of
In
those
the-
Alpines. They pushed everyone down.
I can't believe that. But I think also like I would say that the Red Bulls, the Mercedes, and then like we said, one McLaren, so Lando, and one Ferrari, Charles, are like the only people that are gonna have like a truly good season.
It does seem like it.
Yeah.
The rest are just gonna...
But even Bottas is still like iffy.
I know. Yeah.
It's not his fault though. I would put most of the blame on
Yeah.
Mercedes.
I mean, there was a, like, when they were... I don't know if they did, like... If you guys saw that, but they did, like, a little recap. I don't know why they've started doing that now at the beginning. Like, if you tune in, like, 30 minutes before... At some point, they do, like, a recap of the season, and it's really weird. They have this, like, ominous music, and they have, like, one of those, like... You know, on Instagram, you can have that vintage filter, and it's, like, a weird, like, browny color and, like, kind of grayscale. They have that, and it's a video of, like, what's been happening this season. And...
That's so fun.
And, like,
Previously on.
yeah, like, it's like that. And then part of it, from the last race, I think it was, the commentators literally say, Bottas, Mercedes' second driver. Like, and I was like, no. What?
I know it's a little late
Yeah.
for us to get into news of the week. I know we started with the race. We usually do the opposite.
Yeah.
But because you brought up Bottas, I did want to bring up how they were doing this social media blackout this weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and like a lot of the drivers made posts about it, which defeated the purpose of the blackout, which was just very funny. Everyone, like, I mean, I understand why they did it.
I saw a lot of people that were like, what, like, silence doesn't fix anything, but like that's why they're telling people that they are not doing anything.
Yeah.
But I also just saw this one person like retweeted Lando's little announcement that he was going to be participating in the participating, and they were like, why, like, this is for racism, honey, not like people being bullied for shit they actually did wrong. And I was like, girl, calm down.
I saw that too. Like Twitter went ham.
I saw them going ham on Bottas as well, and I was like, I mean, I feel like, no, but like, here's my thing, is that I feel like Bottas is not great about doing these sort of things, because like, his teammate is the only black man in Formula 1 right now, and like, he doesn't do the kneeling at the beginning of the races. He doesn't participate in that.
Yeah.
He like has very openly kind of said that he's not going to do those things anymore. And like, I can understand from a perspective of being like, you know, these are very performative gestures that don't actually do very much. But at the same time, like, to not show some solidarity with your teammate who is very vocal and open about, you know, the oppression that he's faced in his career is it's not good, and it makes me like Bottas a lot less.
Yeah. And
like, it makes me kind of critical of that, you know?
Yeah. I like it also, it's weird to me when they don't, like, when they choose not to kneel. I'm like, you're making an active decision to not participate in something. Like, do you really feel that strongly against it that you don't want to do this simple gesture?
Yeah.
That's, I think, what makes me, like...
I think that's, yeah, exactly. I think that's more it. Like, it stands out more if, like, because you're right, they're actively choosing not to do it when, like, Lewis is the, like, if, I don't know, if you're there...
It would be so easy to just do it. You're
yeah.
standing next to him. Like, show some fucking solidarity. Yeah. And, like, I don't know. Like, you don't... I get that there's tension between them both as drivers, but, like, you don't have to let it out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like...
But he's not even the only one that, like, is standing when they do these things. But, I think part of me wants to, I don't know, like, I mean, give them a little bit of, like, cut them a little bit of slack, because I feel like it's a very American movement. But at the same time, like, because I guess I'm trying to think of, like, Bottas, who spent most of his life in Finland, like, I don't know. But there's also no excuse at this point. Like, he's been a world, like, championship driver who's been traveling around and, like, knows these kinds of things.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I feel like there's a certain disconnect because it's not like, they haven't experienced it in the same way.
Sure, but I don't know. I think even so, like, it's a global issue. It's not like racism is everywhere still, unfortunately. Like, there, just because, like, it's maybe this year the, like, bigger movement started in the US doesn't mean that, like, they shouldn't be part of it too. Like, everyone should be part of the movement.
Yeah.
So.
Also, Bottas has access to the internet.
Yeah.
He knows what's going on. Like.
Yeah. I guess I don't know. I'm thinking about, like, they don't understand, like, the importance of, like, all of these, like, small gestures, I guess. But also, I mean, I see, you know, friends that I have from Spain, like, being just as active as other friends that I have from the US on, like, Twitter and stuff. So, yeah, there's really no excuse.
Yeah.
But,
you know, even though we had Big Booty Bottas reveal in Drive to Survive, and I was such a fan after that episode, just the way he's been acting this season, I'm like, God, you're making yourself kind of a villain. I don't really like you anymore.
Yeah.
Like, he's just working at it for me, and I'm like, why are you trying so hard to be a bad guy, you know?
I just keep seeing all these things, too, of, like, there was that one screenshot of when Bottas got pole, and it's, like, the Mercedes garage, and they're so unenthused. It just, like, it bugs me that his team doesn't even care about it.
I know. I think it's a whole Mercedes problem that, like, they just... I kind of hate Mercedes. I also don't really like Lewis's energy. I like
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's sick.
I like Lewis sometimes.
Yeah, I know, it's really hard with him.
Sometimes I really like Lewis. And sometimes I really hate Lewis.
Yeah, it just depends on the day.
Yeah, I like for the most part I would say I'm like happy when he does
Yeah.
well. Like I'm happy for him that he's still
On
like a
top
good
of it,
driver and he's
yeah.
still being really successful, but also I've said this before, I think like I want his 100th pole to be at least a couple races
Yeah.
away. I want to give it some
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, definitely.
He doesn't need that
No.
yet.
He's got too many world records coming in every single day. Like, it's, hold off on this one.
Yeah. The other news is that we're going to have 3 sprint races, and one of them they already said is going to be at Silverstone, but the other ones we don't know yet.
Yeah.
But so what it entails, I think, is that on the Friday, they're going to do quali. And then I think they only are going to have 1 free practice or maybe 2 on the Friday. And then they're going to do quali, and then on Saturday they're going to have 1 more free practice, right? And then they're going to do the sprint race, which is the starting grid from the quali. And it's going to be 100K on the track.
It's basically just adding in the extra step in
Yeah.
between quali and the race. It seems like they're not really...
I think it's
Yeah.
really just to make it more fun as a viewer that you get like a full race weekend, that it's not like quali, because a lot of people don't watch quali.
Yeah.
So I think it's to entertain, and then I mean they're obviously going to have the normal race on Sunday.
Yeah. Well, I saw this one comment of this guy who always watches qualifying, and he was mad because he was like, I work on Fridays. I don't have time to watch quali on Friday.
Same. I'm not going to be able to watch it.
Yeah. I think it's kind of, there's going to be I've already seen a lot of people that are really pissed about it and a lot of people that are really excited about it. But I think the one thing for the teams that was really hard was that because they're doing a quali on Friday, they've basically expanded the time of like Parc Fermé essentially, where they can't change anything to the car. So they're not allowed to make changes starting from quali on Friday as opposed to quali on Saturday.
Yeah.
Got you. Interesting.
Which is going to be rough.
Yeah.
I feel like it's going to be harder on them, like significantly harder on the teams to make improvements throughout the weekend.
I'm assuming that they're going to have to start the race on whatever they sprint on, tire-wise. I was wondering about tire strategy.
I think it's still the same with it, like the top 10 have to start on the same tire.
Mm-hmm. Well, that'll be exciting. I've heard rumors that it's going to be at Brazil, possibly, as well.
Yeah.
Silverstone, and then some unnamed other European country.
Yeah, I saw Brazil come up, because I swear when I first read something that they mentioned 2 tracks that were not necessarily confirmed, but at least in the running.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully Brazil, that could be cool.
Yeah.
I'm just mad it's so far away.
Yeah.
We gotta wait until July.
The other news is that the Canadian GP is officially being cancelled and replaced by Turkey.
Turkey, Turkey, Turkey.
Yeah, everyone's real excited about it.
Yeah.
I don't know, why did they get rid of the Canadian GP?
I think it was just COVID reason.
Canada's not doing well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or I think they just also have stricter restrictions than a lot of other countries.
I think they're in like a full lockdown right now because they are struggling in Canada, so.
Yeah, I think the only person that was upset about it was Latifi.
I know, I saw he did like a little video.
Oh. Yeah. Hey, sorry guys. Oh, Latifi, no.
Wait, Shannon, can you do like a little Latifi reaction? I feel like this is a good. I love the Canadian accent.
I can only say one word, and it's sorry and a
Sorry.
A boat.
Hey guys, I'm real sorry about them cancelling the race in Canada this season. I hear they're moving it to Turkey, eh? So hopefully I'll see you there.
I just think it's so funny because he doesn't even have a very strong Canadian accent.
And I don't know why I don't feel the need to, like, impersonate Stroll with that accent. Like, Latifi just has the Canadian energy.
Yeah, he really does. He does.
I could see him chugging a bottle of maple syrup.
Oh, for sure. For sure. Oh, I did see one thing. This does really not apply to us as people that do not play the Formula One game, but they're still keeping Canada as the original track that they're releasing on the game.
Nice.
Some people were upset about this, had some feelings, so I thought I would share.
Well, yeah, they're not going to design a whole new track last second.
Yeah.
Think about the game devs. Come on now.
Yeah. I mean, like, they did do it last year, I'm assuming.
Really?
I don't know.
All right. I mean,
like, they probably have one for Canada from last year, so, like, I'm assuming they don't start from scratch each year. I don't know how game design works. I don't know why I'm talking about this. But I don't know, I would assume they would, like, build off of what they had already done. But then again, what do I know?
who's to say? All right.
Well.
Well, I think that about does it for this week. Thank you for tuning in. Sorry the race was so boring. Hopefully our commentary was a little bit more fun. Sorry about that, eh?
Sorry about that.
Yeah, join us next week. We're going to be discussing the race in Barcelona.
Next week's episode is gonna be in Spanish.
It'll have to be in Catalan.
Oh.
Oh, God. Yeah,
I don't think
guess.
it...
That would
you
be a
don't speak
disaster.
Catalan. None of us do, so...
We'll speak Spanish.
So we could just see, try.
Yeah.
Google Translate the whole episode.
Catalan.
Yeah, we'll translate
do
from
it.
Spanish to
Yeah.
Catalan and do the whole episode
And
like
then-
that. Yeah,
Just
All right.
reading off of Google Translate.
sounds good. All right, well, join us for next week's shit show. Yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. Feel free to follow us on our socials. We are at BoxBoxBox Podcast on Instagram and TikTok, and at BoxBoxBoxPod on Twitter. So yeah, give us a follow for some dank memes and updates on when we post. Thank you so much for listening. Adios, Ati.
Tot volgende week.
See you later, eh?
That was so good.